All right, good morning, everybody. Can anybody tell me the two letters we talked about last week? We talked something about Thursday. I'm gonna see if you guys can remember. Let's see. The Letterland characters are Clever Cat and Hairy Hat Man. Can anybody think of that sound that it makes? Or we talked about, let's see, Sammy Snake and Hairy Hat Man. What sound does that make? Very good, absolutely. So we talked about words that have the CH in the end, and we also talked about words that have the SH at the end. Today we're going to talk about the letters T and H, and we're going to see what Letterland characters are in the sound, or in the letters TH, and what sound does it make. So everybody, eyes up on the board, please.
What's happened to Tess and the Hat Man beneath that thundering cloud? Are they both frightened of thunder? No, they just think the thunder's too loud. What's happened to Tess and the Hat Man beneath that thundering cloud? Are they both frightened of thunder? No, they just think that thunder's too loud.
It's just too loud.
They think the thunder is just too loud. Did you hear that word that they used? Thunder. I want everybody to say it. Thunder. Thunder. Let's say it really slow. Let's draw it out. Thunder. Thunder. What do you hear at the very beginning? Thuh. 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 I like that. Let's see if we can see what these two letters make.
Thunder. 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 Thunder.
So what sound does this make?
Thunder.
Right, and what word goes in, what kind of word can we make with this? Thunder. Very good. Let's think of another word we could make. What about the word thumb? Thumb. Do you hear the thumb? Do you hear it at the beginning, middle, or end? Let's sound it out. The beginning, middle, or end? All right, whoever's at the end, let's sound it out, Riley. You hear the at the beginning, middle, or end? Which one? Beginning, middle, or end? Beginning. Very good. So, we're going to hear about their story. I want everybody to pay attention to the front of the board. Jacob, I want your eyes on the board. Got Asia.
I say
I'm Harry Hatman. I say, we both think the thunder is too loud. Thunder.
Or they think the thunder is too loud.
Let's
So let's think of another word that has the sound added. No, the sound that has thumb.
Thunder is not.
What about the word thank you? Thank. 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 Do you think the word thank has the in it? Yes or no? Sadie?
Yes.
Yes? What do you think? Is that beginning, middle, or end? Sound it out if you need to. Ain't. 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 The what? The beginning. Very good, because you hear the very good. Now we're going to go over some more words, and I'm going to say some words, and I want you to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you hear the sound the. First of all, I want everybody to say the sound the, because I didn't hear everybody say it. Very good. So that's the sound that we're looking for. So if I say the word thin, thin, do you hear the or the no? Do you hear thin or no? Do you hear the TH? You do. I want to see everybody's hands. I don't see everybody's fingers. Do we hear the sound in the word thin? Very good, we do. What about the word shake?
Oh.
Do you hear the word in the word shake?
No.
No. What about the word look? Do you hear the sound in the word look? No. What about the word three? Three.
That's
Do you
what
hear
I was about to say.
You were?
I said 32.
Do you hear it at the beginning, middle, or end? Three. Three. Let's sound it out.
Three.
Three.
Get it.
The beginning. Very good. What about the word think? Think. Do you hear it or no? Ink.
No.
Think.
Yes.
Alright, how many people say yes? How many people say no? I don't see everybody's thumbs.
Yes.
Alright, so Jacob says no. Let's see if we can sound it out, buddy. Ink. Do you hear the sound? Ink. Do you hear it at the beginning, middle, or end? Let's sound it out. Ink. Remember, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. Ink. Do you hear it at the beginning, middle, or end? The beginning. Very good. All right, what if I say the word man? Do you hear in the word man?
Fan.
Not the word fan, the word man. Do you hear in the word man?
Where's man?
In the word man, do you hear the sound? Is that Asia saying no? Why don't you hear it? Is it just not there? It's just not there, right? Absolutely, very good. So when Talking Tess goes into words, she usually makes the t sound, but when she has the S, the Harry Hatman, they make the sound. So when we see the words T and H, we can make the word at the very end or even at the beginning, like the word thunder. So now you guys did a very good job with that. So now we're going to go into Haggerty really quick, and then we're going to go into our story for the day. So I'm going to move this out of everybody's way, and then we're going to start this. So we did Haggerty last week, and we're going to do it again this week.
Why?
Because it helps us become better learners. So we're going to do this, but we did it a little bit slower last week. This week I'm going to ask you to kind of speed it up. So I want you to guys say it as fast as you can. And once I say the word, I want you to go ahead and blend it or rhyme it or whatever we're going to ask of you. So today we're going to do a little bit of rhyming words. What is a word that rhymes? I want one person to tell me 2 words that rhyme. Maggie, I saw her hand up first. Shh. What'd you say? Cat and bat. Why do they rhyme? What rhymes in the word cat and bat? They both have a T in them. Very good. They both have the sounds at, right? Cat and bat. Do you hear the T's? Do you hear the T's or no? You do. Absolutely. So what if I say the word like gum and hum? Do they rhyme? I want your hands down. What about drip, rip, and tag? Which words rhyme? Drip, rip, and tag. Which ones? Rip and what? Drip. Very good. What if I say the words lap, clap, and din? Which ones rhyme? Lap and clap. I want to hear everybody's, please stop messing with that. What if I say the word beg, leg, and nod? Beg and leg. Very good. What if I say the word rough, tough, and cat? Rough, tough. Very good. What if I say the word Sam, him, and lamb? Sam and lamb. That was a little bit tricky. Jacob, I want to hear you speaking too, buddy. Hot, knot, and bug. What if I say toss, loss, hard? All right, but what words rhyme? Which ones? Toss, loss, or hard? Which 2 words rhyme? Toss, loss. Do you see what I'm saying? Does toss and hard rhyme? What about hard and loss? No, what about toss and loss? Do they rhyme? Toss, loss. What about loss and toss? You think they rhyme? Why do you think they rhyme? What do you hear in both of them? Loss, toss. Yeah, I have the what sound? What letter is that? S. Very good. So now I'm going to do some words like upstairs, and when I say words like upstairs, excuse me, I want you to tell me the beginning sound that you hear. I did. I sneezed. I don't know. Upstairs. What is the first letter you hear? Upstairs. That Asia. Upstairs. What's the first sound you hear in upstairs? Upstairs. What's the first sound you hear? You can walk upstairs, very good. But what's the first sound you hear upstairs, Jeremiah? Let's sound it out. Upstairs. What's the first letter you hear? All right, let's say it. What makes the word
You.
You, very good. So what's our Letterland character for that for you? Does anybody remember?
Umbrella.
And what?
Peter Puppy.
So yeah, absolutely, it would be is U and P. So Peter Puppy would be next. So whenever I say the word,
One of our sight words.
absolutely. So if I say the word elbow, what letter first starts with the elbow? Elbow. So what letter is that? I need you to pay attention. I need you to crisscross applesauce. Stay sharp. I need you to pay attention to me too. What if I say the word elbow? Elbow. What sound do you hear? E. Very good. But what sound? That's the letter. What sound do you hear? Very good. What if I say the word echo? Echo. Do you hear that? What sound do you hear? Let's try to stretch it out. Echo. Echo. What letter do you hear? You hear E. Very good. All right. What if I say the word boulder? What sound starts with the boulder? What's the first letter you hear? B. Very good. Very good. B. Because you hear the B sound. What if I say the word octopus? Oh, that one's kind of hard. Let's say octopus. What letter is that? Oh, very good.
That was easy.
That one's kind of easy, but it was a kind of hard word, I
No,
thought.
it's not.
Okay, you're just really smart. What if I say the word landing? L. Very good. So now we're gonna blend some words out. I want everybody. Do you like when I do my hands better, or do you like when I do my arm? Which better? You like hands or arm? All right. Hands. Okay, I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of both. Then for this one, I'm gonna do half and half. So what if I say the word id? What if I say the word What if I say the word bite? What if I say the word vase? Vase. So what do you do with a vase?
You put it on.
What do you do with a vase? It usually holds what? You put flowers in it. Very good. What if I say the word oak? What if I say the word ice? What if I say the sound add? What if I say the word own? What if I say the word Ike? What if I say the word cove? What word is that? Cove. Cove is like it's kind of like a cave. You could say it's a cove, or your
Like a passcode?
cove.
It is code.
C-O-V-E. Not cold. It's okay. Hey Maggie, we're just gonna leave.
Like your passcode on your phone or your tablet.
It could be.
On my tablet. Because I have a passcode.
Yeah, let's get in your right spot. Maggie, you don't have to mess with that, baby. Just don't lean on that anymore. So now, all right, I want everybody's eyes on me. I want everybody's lips to be hushed. Now we're gonna do. I want to hear the middle sound. So we did the beginning sound. I want to hear the middle sound. So if I say the word ache, ache. What is the middle sound? Ache. Ache. It's A. Very good. What if I say the word note? No. Oh, very good. What if I say the word side? Side. Very good. What if I say the word read? Read. Very good. What if I say the word cute? Cute. What do you hear? What do you hear? Do you hear the sound, or you hear the Do you hear the sound, or you hear the letter in the word cute? Do you hear the sound, or you hear the letter cute? You hear the U, so you hear. Does that make the sound, or does it make the letter? Does it say its name?
It makes the sound.
Well, it kind of says its name because listen to the word cute. Cute. Do you hear the U?
And I also had the. Oh yeah.
It's okay. We're learning. It's all good. So what if I do? What if I say the word b-ace? B-ace. If I hear say the middle sound, Riley, which one is that? B-ace. A. Very good. What if I say the word dime? Dime. Very good, dime. Very good, very good, very good. What if I say the word? All right, now I'm gonna say the word, and I want you to blend it out. What if I say the word road? Let's blend it out. Road. What if I say the word kite? What if I say the word pain? What if I say the word late? What if I say the word note? All right, what if I say the word rip? let's do that again. I didn't hear everybody. Fine. Very good. Now I'm going to say the word ache, and I want to see if we can put a beginning sound put a sound at the very beginning. So if I say a word like ache, and I want to add the sound in front of the ache, what would that make?
Fake.
Fake. Very good. What if I
non-fiction?
like something what?
Something's non-fiction.
Okay, so fiction would be fake, but if I said non-fiction, it would be not fake. Very good. So it would be what? What is not fake?
Not fiction. Non-fiction.
Okay, but if I say something's not fake, then what must it be? If it's not fake, it must be what?
Non-fiction.
It must be real, right? We must be reading about real things.
Fiction.
Fiction would be fake. So if I say the word ache and I put the word the sound in front of ache, take, like you're what? Taking something, yes, baby. Okay, you can put it on the desk right there and come back. Okay, what if I say the word ache, but I put the l in front of it?
Lake.
Lake, very good. All right, everybody, Jacob, here, you can bring it to me. How about that? And we can go ahead and get that over with. That is, I need you to crisscross applesauce. What if I say the sound ache and I put the r sound in front of it?
Eight.
Okay, what if I put the sound r in front of it? Rake. So what do you do with a rake?
Rake leaves.
Rake leaves, absolutely. What if I say the word in front of ache? What would that make it? Make. Very good. I kind of gave you a hint right there. So what if I say the word fine without the f would be what? Fine. So now I'm going to take words away or sounds away. So if I say the sound cage, or if I say the word cage and I take the k out in front of it, what is it? It's age. What if I say the word load and I take the l out in front of the beginning? Ode. Very good. What if I say the word mice and I take the sound out from it? It'd be ice. What do we do with ice?
And you put it in your drink.
You put it in your drink. Absolutely. What if I say
to make it more cold?
more cold? Absolutely. What if I say the word sail and I take the s out from it? What does it make it? Ale. Very good. Kind of like ginger ale. Very good. So last week we talked about a nursery rhyme and we had a meeting on Friday, so we didn't get to do it, and so I want to redo that today. So we did this last week. Who can raise their hand and tell me what it is? I said raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. I'm calling you, I'm calling you. Aisha, no ma'am, I did not yet. So who can tell me what this is? Jeremiah? What is this called? It's called Hey Diddle Diddle, and I wanted to see if we could read it all the way through without stopping. So who thinks we can do it?
I can read it.
I think we can do it. We're not done yet. Hold on, we're going to start right now. So let's start, and I want us all to be together. Okay, you ready? We're going to start. 3, 2, 1.
Hey diddle diddle, the cat in the fiddle,
The
cow jumped over the moon, the little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish went away with a spoon.
Very good. So you see how that rhymes? So we have to, sometimes when we're reading nursery rhymes,
in the pink.
sometimes when we're rhyming, we're going to have to say it a little bit faster. So I'm going to read it. You guys did such a great job.
That's a pink.
It's my turn to talk. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. So it rhymes a little bit when we say it a little faster.
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. Hey diddle diddle.
Jumped over the moon, absolutely. You guys did such a great job. Did you see at the beginning? Riley? Did you guys see at the beginning of last week? It was Monday when we started reading this, and not a lot of you knew what it was, but do you see by the end of the week and even the beginning of this week that we remembered what it was?
Yeah.
So sometimes when we get to a word that we are unfamiliar with or we don't know, we can sound it out. So we can blend it out or we can just sound it out. So you can kind of touch it, or you can do what we do at the front. You can use your hands, you can use your arm. Very good. So not next week, tomorrow, we're going to be going over a new nursery rhyme.
Last time I read it back.
You read that?
Now that look at it.
You did what?
I read it back.
You read that? That's really cool.
Diddle diddle.
Because guess what? You get better every time you read something. You become a better learner.
Diddle diddle.
So I bet you learned something from doing that last night, didn't you?
Hey diddle diddle. The cat.
We're done with that. Thank you guys, though. You guys are very good. So we talked about something a little while ago.
I do.
We did. We talked about something, and you guys were super smart. And I want to see if you can have me remind me what it is. Let me get it off of this thing really quick. Not last week. We mentioned this a little while ago.
I didn't see that. I did not remember that. No.
Is that Asia? I need you to be quiet, baby. I need you to crisscross out the sauce, so you need to go sit down. All right, everybody, I want your eyes up here. I want your lips to be zipped, Riley. Is it an emergency? Is it an emergency?
My brother has seen in Indiana 8.
Okay. So we're going to go over something new. We're not really new. We're going to do a little review today, but we're going to see if you guys can remember. I made new posters. That way you guys could see a little bit better. My other ones weren't that good, so I tried to make them a little bit better for you guys. I even drew for you guys some a little. We're going to put that right there. So we talked about two things. We talked about characters and setting. Who can raise their hand and remember and tell me what a character is? We talked about that a little while ago, so I just want you to see if you can really think about it hard and just remind me what a character is. Georgia, what is a character?
It's a person that doesn't fail and talk and say.
Very good. It can be a person who can talk, who can feel, and who can think. Who remembers the hand motions? I want to see you do them. So if I say they can talk, what do we do? I want you to show me right now. You don't have to raise your hand. If they can talk, if they can feel, and if they can think, they're what?
Okay.
They're a character. Very good. And so we talked about people. We could talk about people could be a character. We talked about animals could be a character. And we talked about creatures could be a character. So we talked about people like these 6 people over here.
And robots.
We talked about robots, which is what? A creature. They could be a creature or they could be. Yeah, well, they're a little scary, but it's okay. And we talked about animals, so we talked about a pig could be a character. What's an example of a character? So if we talked about the book we read last week with Goldilocks and the 3 pigs.
Yes,
The 3 pigs, the 3 bears. What more am I saying? Goldilocks and I know. It's early in the morning. I might need some more coffee.
Yeah, you do.
I might. So, very good. So if we talked about characters, so in the Goldilocks and the 3 bears, who would be the characters?
Goldilocks.
And the 3 bears, why do you think that, Georgia? Why do you know that they're the characters? They can talk and feel, and they can think. Very good. What did you think? Do you think the little bear was happy that Goldilocks broke his chair?
No.
So he kind of felt probably a little sad, huh?
And he cried.
I don't know if he cried, but he probably felt a little sad. How did you think when he felt that Goldilocks ate all of his porridge? Do you think he was happy or kind of sad?
Kind of sad.
He was probably kind of sad. Do you see how he's an animal, but he's also thinking, so he is a what? He's a character. So is Goldilocks, because guess what Goldilocks was feeling in that moment? Do you think she was hungry if she ate somebody's bowl of porridge? Yeah. Do you think she was tired if she slept in somebody's bed? Yeah, so those were the kind of the feelings she was feeling. So she was a character. So we also talked about setting a little while ago. Can anybody remember what a setting is? This was a little bit harder. So Asia, what do you think a setting is?
The little house and the little trees.
Okay, it can be a setting. That can be a setting. So a setting is when and where a story takes place. So can a setting take place in a house? Can a story take place in a house? Yes, kind of like Goldilocks and the 3 bears, because did it take place in a house? Yeah, but can it also take place in the woods? Yeah, because guess what? So in some of the parts of the story, Goldilocks was walking through the woods to get to the bear's house. So guess what? That could be another part of a setting.
Hooray.
Right, and guess what? So that's when we say when and where. So that was the where. Oh, the where of the story could be. It didn't rain in the story, but if it did, it could be the when part of the setting. That's what I was going to get to. So when we say a setting is when and where a story take place, so the where would be the house. So when Goldilocks was drinking the porridge and was sleeping in the little bear's bed, that's where she was at. She was in a what?
House.
She was in their house. Very good. So but she also was walking through the woods. Was it sunny or was it raining?
Sunny.
It was sunny. because the bears said that they were going to go out for a little walk in the morning because their porridge was too hot. They couldn't eat it because it was too hot.
It's too cold. It's too hot.
Right, it was too hot. So they went on a walk. Do you think they would go on a walk if it was raining outside?
No, they would have to get an umbrella.
Right, did you see any umbrellas in the story? So guess what it must have
Bears
been?
don't get umbrellas.
Well, guess what it must have been if they didn't get an umbrella? It must have been what? It must have been a sunny day, which is also the wind. So, did you see the sun out or did you see the moon? Was it daytime or was it nighttime in the story?
It was daytime.
It was daytime. Very good because they went on a walk. Do you think the bears would go on a walk in the evening or in the nighttime? I don't think they would go. Would y'all go on a walk in the nighttime?
Yeah. No.
I wouldn't. I would rather be in bed, but in the daytime I would go on a walk. So that's what they did.
In the
They went.
daytime, I would be on the walk also.
Right, very good. So guess what? When we say a sentence, we can say when a story takes place. We can say the daytime or the nighttime. We can say if it's sunny. We can say if it's raining. Is it an emergency? If it is not, I need you to hold that thought. I'm up here teaching, and I need you to sit crisscross applesauce, and I do not need to hear a volcano mouth. Do you understand me? Is it an emergency? I need you to hold that thought. So setting can be when it's raining. It can be when it's the sun shining. It can be the daytime. It could be in the night. It could be in a house or it could be in the forest. So Little Red Riding Hood, when she was walking to go see her grandma, guess where she was at?
In the woods.
She was in the woods. So do you think that could be a setting because that's where she was walking through?
Yes.
Yes. Very good.
And then
So,
she saw a railroad.
very good. Well, guess what? What if I said the story Ariel? Is everybody familiar? Do they understand when I say the movie Ariel or the Princess Ariel?
Uh-huh.
Or what if I say the movie Nemo? Has everybody seen the movie Nemo?
No.
You haven't seen the movie Nemo?
I never watch it.
Okay, well I'm gonna go over some things and I'm gonna get you up to speed. So in Nemo, they were in the ocean for most of the movies because guess what? Where do fish live? They live in the ocean. So what do you think the setting of the story was? Where do you think they lived? The ocean, because guess why? Why do you think that was the
They
setting?
might get dried up if they're on the stuff. If they're on the sea,
If they're on where? The sand?
the sand, they might dry out.
Absolutely. So
It get hot.
if we're reading a story about fish, where do you think the setting would be?
And in the ocean.
In the ocean. If we were doing if we were talking about SpongeBob, what would we say? Do you think that would be the setting would be in the ocean, or do you think it would be on land?
It'll be on land.
Ocean. It would be in the ocean because if it was on land, what would he do? What would SpongeBob do? He would what?
Fly up.
He would dry up
Because he's a sponge.
because he's a sponge. Absolutely. So that's the setting of the story. And if we talked about SpongeBob when it was sunshine and it was daytime, that could also be a part of the setting. Okay. So now I'm gonna read you guys a story.
How do you make the house?
Did my very best when I was drawing.
Just a sponge.
So now I'm gonna read you guys a story, and I want you to pay very close attention because guess what? We're gonna read this story
I know
for
that.
the rest of the week, but also
And then we're going to do
Riley. No, ma'am. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read this book to you. It's called The 100th Day Worries. Miss Daniels just talked about it being the 100th day of school this week.
100 days school.
100 days of school is happening this week. It's not today, but it's happening this day. 100, very good. So guess what? We're going to read this story today, and then for the next couple of days, we're going to start watching it on the television. But today, I'm going to read it to you. So I want you to pay very close attention. No, sorry. We're going to pay very close attention. Is it an emergency? Is it an emergency?
Is that the 100? There's that on the book.
It's 100th day right here. That's the title. 100th Day Worries. 100. Very good. That's 100.
There's a T and an H and a T and an H.
Very good. I love that. You just made, guess what? You just made a connection. Very good, girl. You knew what was
If
happening.
you added an E, it would be the.
The. Very good. I love that. How did you know that?
I know when I was sideways.
That was what your sight words, right?
Yeah.
Very good. So I'm going to read this book and I want you to pay very close attention. But while I'm reading, I want you to see if you can recognize the characters and what the setting is of the story. Do you think you can do that? Give me a thumbs up if you think you can. I think everybody everybody should have their thumbs up. Everybody's head should be up too, and everybody should be sitting. One of the 4 ways that we sit on the rug. 100-day worries. Jessica was a worrier. She worried about everything.
That is weird.
She worried about everything.
That is
She worried about losing her first tooth and remembering her lunch money and missing the bus and getting her math right. She's worrying about a lot of things, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a worrier.
She's a worrier. She's worried about it.
She's not.
But on the 95th day of first grade, Jessica's teacher gave her something new to worry about. Next Friday, it will be the 100th day of school, Mr. Martin said. So I want each of you to bring in a collection of 100 things. They can be anything you want. They can be small, like rubber bands or marbles, or it could be something small like rocks. And we'll display our collections out in the hall. So they're supposed to bring in 100 things of something. Wonder what everyone's gonna bring. I guess we'll find out.
All 100 days.
Immediately, Jessica began to worry. Oh no, she groaned. What will I bring? All weekend long, Jessica thought and thought, but each new idea brought new worries with it. 100 ice cubes?
No.
Too melty. 100 marshmallows?
No.
Too sticky. 100 toothpicks? Too pointy. What do you think if she brought 100 toothpicks to school? What would she probably do?
It got her pointy.
It would probably point at her, right? She would probably be kind of sticking to her. That Sunday night at dinner, Jessica asked her family for ideas. How about 100 yo-yos, her brother Tom said. That's dumb, said Jessica. Where would I get 100 yo-yos? Maybe 100 lipsticks, her sister Laura said. Jessica rolled her eyes. Laura might have that many tubes of lipsticks, but Jessica didn't have that many lipsticks. We know you'll think of something, said Mom and Dad. You have all the way until Friday. Do you think Jessica is kind of worried about what she's going to bring right now?
Yeah.
Look at her face. She looks like she's a little worried. On Monday, the 96th day of school, Jessica watched as Bobby gave Mr. Martin 5 bags of peanuts. There are 20 peanuts in each bag. So if you count them, it says 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. Great job, Mr. Martin said. Why didn't I think of peanuts, said Jessica. On the 97th day of school, Jessica watched as Sharon piled paper clips into 10 neat stacks on Mr. Martin's desk. 100 paper clips, Jessica said. Why didn't I think of that?
That is not a good idea. 20.
That's a lot, huh?
I don't know how much.
On the 98th day of school, Jessica watched as Ashley brought in 100 peppermints. I ate a few, she said. I only have 95 peppermints, but I'll bring 5 more tomorrow. Fantastic, said Mr. Martin. Jessica's stomach felt queasy. By the time Jessica went to bed on the 99th day of school, she hadn't thought of anything to bring. Oh no, do you think she's worried that she hasn't thought of anything to bring? The 100th day of school is tomorrow. I wonder what she's going to bring. On Friday morning, she sat at the breakfast table and stared at her cereal. Jessica, said Mom, what's wrong? Tomorrow's the last day to bring in 100 things for the 100th day of school, and I haven't thought of the right thing. I've only come up with stuff that's too melty, or too sticky, or too pointy. I'll be the only kid without anything to show, and everyone will make fun of me. Jessica began to cry. Don't worry, said Dad. I have an idea. Wonder what he will give her. What they'll come up with.
A stick.
We'll figure out. He pulled open one of the kitchen drawers. Here are some ribbons, he said, handing Jessica a handful. Jessica counted 3 red, 2 green, 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 1 striped. So that was 10 ribbons. Mom ran down to the cellar and brought back a jar. Here's some screws, she said, dumping a pile on the table. Jessica counted 10 screws. So she has 10 ribbons and 10 screws. Here's some rocket-shaped erasers for my collection, said Tom. He gave her 10 erasers. Here's some beads for my necklace that broke, said her sister Laura. She counted and there was 10 beads. I'll get some buttons from my shirt drawer, said Dad. He found 10 buttons. Here's some loose change from my purse, said Mom. 10 pennies and 10 nickels. So she's getting a lot of stuff, isn't she?
I think she's going over 100. Past 100.
I don't know, we'll see. Here are 10 barrettes I don't need anymore, which are kind of like something for your hair. It's like a barrette. Here's some rocks from Iggy's aquarium, said Tom. He gave her 10 rocks. Look, who do you think Iggy is from this picture?
Her one
Who do you think Iggy is?
her brother. The boy.
That's Tom. Where do you think he's getting the rocks from?
The animal cage.
His iguana's cage. Do you think he's happy about it? Look at his face. He's like, oh my goodness, what is he doing?
I'm like, are you taking my rocks?
Are you taking my rocks? I think he is. How much stuff do we have so far, said Mom. Jessica looked at the stuff on the table. It wasn't 100 of anything, but at least she had something to show. Something was better than nothing. There's the bus, said Mom. Here's your bag of things. Don't forget your lunch. Jessica shoved everything into the bag and ran to the bus. Do you think she's worried about what her teacher will say?
Yeah.
She doesn't have 100 things. Let's see what her teacher says.
I bet.
All morning, Jessica thought about the stuff in the bag. She tried to remember the things her family had given her. She had 10 ribbons, 10 screws, 10 erasers, 10 beads, 10 buttons, 10 pennies, 10 nickels, and 10 barrettes. Oh, and 10 rocks. That only came to 90 things. She needed 10 more. Where could she get 10 more things? Oh no, here comes her worries again. At lunch, Jessica found a note in her lunchbox. And it says, Sweetie, we'll help you find more stuff this weekend. I'm sure Mr. Martin will understand if your collection is late. Don't worry. Love, Mom. Suddenly, Jessica had a great idea. She smiled to herself as she waited for lunch to be over. Wonder what Jessica is going to do. We'll see.
That's in my sweatshirt.
You can. Go over there. After story hour, Mr. Martin said it was time to put their 100 things out in the hall. What did you bring, Jessica? He said. Here are 10 ribbons for my dad. She said, 10? said Mr. Martin. What is he probably thinking when she said 10?
He thinks she's probably thinking that it was the 10th day of school.
Right. So she didn't have enough,
I
did she?
think he,
But here are 10 screws for our mom, said Jessica. And the other kids came to look. Oh, and here's 10 racers for my brother and 10 beads for my sister. Pretty, said Anita. So look, she's laying out all her stuff. And here are 10 buttons for my father and 10 pennies and nickels for my mother and 10 barrettes for my sister and 10 rocks for my brother's iguana's aquarium, said Jessica. Cool, said Leslie. And what's this, said Mr. Martin. It's 10 kisses from my mom. See? I brought 100 things that my family gave me, said Jessica. Is that okay? Wow, said Mr. Martin. I've seen a lot of great collections of the 100th day of school, but this one, Jessica swallowed. What do you think he's going to say? Do you think he's going to like it or not?
I think he's gonna like it.
We'll see. This one is really special, said Mr. Martin. You brought in 100 bits of love. So look at all the stuff that she brought.
That's 100.
100 items. So she brought. Did she bring in 100 items? Did she bring all? Was it all the same or was it different? It was different. Very good. So that was the end of our story. 100 Days of Worries. So I asked you to think. We're gonna do this last thing and we're gonna be done. I asked you to think about during this story while I read some characters in the setting. I'm gonna pass out some pictures from the story, and I want you to tell me. I want you to get with a partner in just 1 second, not right now. And I want you to tell me if it's a character or a setting. Do you think you can do that? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. Awesome. Pearl, you and Chase can be together. Asa, you and Jacob can be together. I want you to think about, is that a character or setting? I want you and Briley to be together. You and Sadie can be together. You guys can work together, Tanner and Maggie, and then you can work right there. I was going to see maybe Nalani. If you think you can behave and come back to the rug, you can work with Tayshawn.
Her teeth is wobbling.
I want you to think, is that a character or is that a setting? Now as you're thinking, you can think a character shows, it could be a person, it could be an animal, it could be a creature. It has to talk, think, or feel. A setting could be where the story takes place. So I want you to think where the story takes place. And I want you to raise your hand when you and your partner are done discussing. All right, one group is done, 2 groups are done. Jeremiah, are you done talking or no?
We're done talking.
Okay, so you got 3 groups done. I'm waiting on 3 other groups.
We don't talk.
When you guys are done talking, I want you to raise your hand. I've got 3 groups done. I'm waiting on Elizabeth's group, Nalani's group, and Pearl's group. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I saw Tanner and Sadie's group done first. So I'm going to draw characters on this side. And then on this side, I'm going to draw a setting. Sadie and Tanner, I want you, not Sadie, Maggie and Tanner, I want you to come to the board and I want you to show everybody your picture and I want you to say which side you think it should be on. Shh, I do not need to hear anybody's mouth because guess what? This is Tanner and Maggie's time. So what picture did you have? I want you to show everybody. Shh, no. What picture did you have? What is that? Who is that?
The 100th day at school.
The 100th day of school, but who's in the picture? Do you remember? The teacher. So do you think that's a character or is that showing the setting?
The character. The set.
Do you think it's showing the setting? Why do you think it's showing the setting?
Because if it was a character, it would be one. It would be just somebody in a school or somewhere.
Okay, but who is Mr. Martin? Is he a character? Who are the children? Are they characters? But where are they at?
In school.
In school. So guess what it's showing? Is it showing both? So where do you think we should put it? Should we put it under characters or should we put it under setting or should we put it kind of under both?
Under both.
Under both. Very good. All right, good job. Go sit down. Good job, guys. Tayshawn and Alani, I want you to come up here to the front and show me what you guys have. Do you have a character or a setting? Or is it kind of showing both? Like Maggie's and Tanner's? Show me what you have. What do you have?
The character.
You have a character. Let's show everybody what you have. Shh, Pearl. Come in. So she has a picture showing Jessica. Do you guys agree that he has a character? Awesome. Great job. Good job, guys. Go sit down. All right, Briley and Jeremiah, come to the front. I know it came out. Okay, so what did you guys have?
We had a school building.
You had a what? A school building? I want to show everybody. Do you think that's a setting or a character?
A setting.
A setting? Why do you think it's a setting?
Because it takes place in the school building.
It takes place in the school building. Great job, girlfriend. Go sit down. Good job, Jeremiah. All right, Pearl, come here. And Chase, sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out, buddy. Show me what do you have. Show all of your friends what you have. What do you have? You have a house, because the story did take place in a house. And also as well as school. So, do you have a character? Do you have a setting? You have a setting. Why do you think you have a setting? What happened there?
They left the house.
They left the house, and that's where Jessica got all of her stuff, isn't it? From collections in the house. Great job, y'all. You sit down. All right, Sadie and Elizabeth, come to the front. Show everybody what you have.
The glue film.
I know. I'm going to use it like this. What do you have your picture of?
You can use mine, those stuff.
It's okay. Thank you, though.
Picture of the rock.
He took the rocks, but who took the rocks? Do you remember who took the rocks? It was the brother Tom. So is the brother Tom, do you think he's a character or do you think he's a setting? He's a character. Great job. Good job, guys. This is what they had. All right, Asia and Jacob, move to the front. Show me what you got. Show everybody what you got. What do you have? It's a dad and a mom. Do you think they're a character? Or do you think it's a setting? Which one?
A character.
A character. Why do you know that these people are characters? Because you just know. Why do you think they're characters, Jacob? Can they talk, think, and feel? Great job. Good job, guys. Go sit down. Wow, you guys are so smart. Good job, guys. Do you guys see how we can use characters and settings in a story to find out?
Yeah.
Milani? No, ma'am. To find out things and help us as readers? If we didn't know that these people were characters, do you think we would have the same
I
experience?
think your hands are going to be sticky now.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a little sticky, but that's okay. Well, great job, guys. You guys did it right. So we have settings. I'll get it in a minute. You have the school and you have the house where they have, and then for Tanner's and Sadie's, we put this in the middle because it shows that they're at, I keep saying that, Tanner and Maggie. You have that they are at school, but you also, it shows characters, and it also shows they're at school.
It shows their school.
It shows their school, but it also shows what? Their teacher and the classmates, so they're characters, right? So I put it in the middle. Great job, guys.
Put it in your middle. In the middle.
Very good. So
In the middle.
we put it in the middle. So next time you guys are reading a story, I want you to see if you can point out the characters and the settings.
Now we're going to do workstation.
Mm-hmm.